Greetings, salutations. Welcome to the second day of spring. It's March 20th. Yes, spring equinox. Discover and recover yoga peeps. Tis I, Neil McGuffog. Thank you for joining. There it is at the core. Can you see it? It's still doing the at the core thing. Gosh, it's going to come up on 10 years in this July. Wow, that's amazing. Launching out in the entrepreneurial world scared the daylights out of me after having been in the corporate space for 27, 28 years and launching this thing, having really not an entrepreneurial hat on my head for that time frame, but so far so good. It is Discover and Recover Yoga. I was just saying a moment ago about attending the Indiana State AA Convention, which was in Bloomington, Indiana. It's the central part of the state this past weekend, March 15th, 16th, and 17th, where I had the opportunity to hear some incredible speakers from around the country. We bring in people. There were speakers from California, from Florida. Actually, I had the opportunity, the distinct pleasure to host the speaker from Tampa, Florida. His name is Chris, and he uses his last name, Chris Kelly. And what a delight. He traveled here with his sponsee, Eric. And just a little note of synchronicity, and just a gentle reminder to keep you guys gently reminded about looking for those moments of synchronicity. You think it's a coincidence. So here it goes. So Chris Kelly, his birth mom, he's adopted, but his birth mom is from Ireland, was born and raised as a native of Ireland. My mother was a native of Ireland, born and raised in Ireland. Chris Kelly's birthday is November 13th. My birthday is November 13th. So just a little interesting tidbit there when it comes to synchronicity. Okay, we are beginning today's session standing. So I'm going to come back to my mat. Hopefully you are finding yourself situated at the front of your mat. I'll face the camera. You guys hear and see me clearly in mountain pose. Some students have the insteps of the feet connected to narrow their base. I prefer to have a back distance to widen the base a bit. And let's just, in this posture, this standing posture, mountain pose, Tadasana, just pause. Whatever position, wherever you are located, inside, outside, studio, home. Beginning with this awareness of how you are in mountain. Relax the hands, relax the shoulders, relax the throat. Scanning the body from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Developing an awareness, true awareness of how we are in this standing posture. Thinking about ears on top of shoulders, shoulders on top of hips, hips up on top of knees, knees on top of ankles. Then the next opportunity to bring that awareness, your awareness, to the breath. Start to notice the deepening of the inhales, the lengthening of the exhales. Next inhalation, let's sweep the arms wide and high. Palms meet above the crown of the head. I might be disappearing my hands off of the camera, off of the picture, but eventually we draw to the heart center. Hands at the heart center. Here's your opportunity to set the intention, your purpose for this practice. An intention, an idea, a thought. Maybe it is, gently reminding ourselves of those moments of synchronicity where we think it's a coincidence. Putting together those. I started to jot them down, putting them into my phone. And I thought the fact that, Chris K from Tampa, Florida, birth mother from Ireland, exact birth date is mine, is kind of interesting. As we come back, hands down by the side, as if you had a central access point or axle. I'm trying to do it myself now. An access right from the crown of the head through your torso into the ground. All we're doing is spinning around that central access point. So you'll feel outer blade, in blade of the feet, toes, heels. It's a little, so what a couple of days ago was St. Patrick's Day. I'm sure some folks were in this mode, bobbing and weaving after consuming copious amounts of green beer, perhaps. But this is, yeah, we're just feeling our way into the base foundation of our feet, ankles, knees, hips. Yeah. Right, and then just reverse it, spinning the other way. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna feel the heels lift, the toes lift, and then outer blade, in blade of the feet. Super rooted. Nice. Okay. And back to neutral, back to steadiness, back to stillness. Beautiful. I'm gonna suggest the weight shifts to this left foot, right leg is lifting. So an early opportunity to balance. Ooh, yeah. So I've got the right thigh relative parallel. I'm gonna take that right ankle and move it, rotate it to the right. Anything you like to do with the arms, you can sweep them high, you can keep them low, doesn't matter. So those rotations to the right. Now rotations to the left. Pull that base into that left foot. Okay, I'm going to suggest we take that right foot to the outside of the left foot. The right foot lands to the outside left foot. With that crisscross mountain pose legs. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms wide and high. And a gentle forward fold. We'll start to warm up the hamstrings in this standing posture. Gentle forward fold. Yeah. Relax the chin to the chest. Some will find a little opportunity to bind, maybe sway. Choice is yours. I'm trying to get equanimity to weight into both feet. All right, eventually let's roll up the spine, please. Take your time. Ears above shoulders, arms lifting you towards the sky. Cross. Okay. Let's mount the weight shift to that right foot, left leg lifts. Left ankle to the right. Left ankle rolls to the right. Ankle rotation. Core engaged. We're still in that regal posture, ears on top of shoulders. Trying to maintain one-legged mountain pose. Yeah. Love the concept of balance, as you guys know. Now rotate that left ankle to the left. Beautiful. Here's 4, 3, 2. Left foot lands to the outside. Light rounding arms will sweep. Maybe the gaze lifts and we fold. Oh, yeah. Hanging here for a moment or two. Relax the throat. Relax the jaw. Oh, yeah. And here we go. Let's roll up the spine. Press into the feet. Build that base. Continue the arms towards the ceiling. And uncross, go back to mountain. Nice. I'll join you at the top of the mat as we slide the hands down the thighs, stopping at the knees. Inhaling for standing cat. Exhale for standing cat. Line. Inhale. Exhale cat. Keep going. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Undulating and articulating that spine. Inhaling for cow. Exhale for cat. Here we go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, pause. Let's go ahead and straighten the legs, bring the insteps and feet together again, and let's knee circle. So still in our standing posture, we're going to make it down to the mat in just a moment. So knee circles in one direction. There I can feel a little popping going on in my left hip, which is coming up on 16 months old. I'll reverse that. Sweeping and circling the knees opposite direction. Keeping the knees really pliable, supple. Nice. For 3. Here's 2. Nice. Now pause. I'm going to go ahead and step out of the wire. Continue the descent to the standing forward fold. These fingers to the mat or palms to shins, half lift. So fold it in. All right. Option now is just simply walk the feet back, downward dog. No chaturanga at this moment, just downward dog, down. Settling in, chest towards thigh, gaze towards the belly button, all that good stuff. Please wag the tail a bit. Undulate through the soles and the balls of the feet. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to press the top of my foot, my right foot into the mat. Downward dog. And then reverse that. I'm going to take the top of that left foot and press it into the mat. Okay, nice. I'm going to take the feet on the wire, right hand to left knee, left shin, left ankle. Keeping that right shoulder low, gazing underneath the left armpit. All right, right hand comes back to the mat. Other side, left hand and right knee, right shin, right ankle. Left shoulder dips low, I'm gazing underneath that right armpit. Nice. Releasing that left hand back to the mat, feet back to about hip distance. Inhale to the tiptoes, and then exhale, push down to floating tabletop. Then I stretch to the soles of the balls of the feet. Wrists land right underneath the shoulders. We'll hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. About 1, hips high, heels low, downward dog. Okay. 2 more of those floating tabletops. Inhale to the tiptoes. Exhale, we corner. I'm going to do a little wardrobe check here. So you're hovering. Nice. We'll hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. That 1. Once again, downward dog. Suction cup on those palms to the mat. Yeah. All right. Last floating table. Inhale, tiptoes. Little add-ons coming up. Yeah. We've got the float. I'm drawing right knee to right wrist and then back down. Left knee to left wrist and touching down. So those are the little moves. If it doesn't work, just stay in the tabletop. The floating version. But if you like to do the jumps, here we go. There's 4, 3, here's 2, last one. Right knee to right wrist, left knee to left wrist. Return to that downward dog, but let that little momentum walk your hands backwards to the back of the mat, standing forward fold. Fingers matter, palms to shins, half lift. Exhale, we'll fold it back in. Arms out like wings, reverse swan dive will take us to standing. I'm going to go ahead and blow my nose. Do a little. Yeah. So from the back of the mat, some may be familiar with reverse namaste. It doesn't work quite well for me. If you have the opportunity to bring the palms, the heels of the hands together at the low back, mid back, and reverse namaste, I'm demoing it. Doesn't work so well for me. So what I do is I do opposite hand to opposite elbow. I find this fun. So whatever works. Mountain pose at the back of the neck, and we reverse hand pose. Right foot steps forward, feet testing parallel to each other. We have this bind. Oh, there's a little baby back bend. Baby back so fun fold. Yeah. Inhale, we rise on up. Exhale, lift the fold. Yeah. So let's keep in this position. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we fall. Here we go for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Last one. Oh, yeah. Rise on up. Okay. I'm gonna step up. Let me think the line. I'm gonna do some shoulder rolls. Yeah. Just get the shoulders to one. Mhm. So we're in middle of the mat. Again, now we have the opportunity to try and reverse namaste, or just maybe placing the hands in a different position for the balance. So pyramid pose here. Inhale, you lift. Exhale and fall. Inhale, root to rise. That's it, yeah. You want to try this with the eyes closed. That's a whole different story. Here we go for 4. Breathing into this for 3. Yeah. Almost there for 2. Last one. Oh, yeah. All right, the bind is released. Oh, yeah. To the top of the mat. Mountain pose. All right, taking a moment to kind of revisit where we started. Feeling that lovely foundation built, hands relax, on the head to the sky, inhale, we'll lift. And lengthen, maybe a little baby back bend. Here we go, swan dive, flat back, forward fold. Peace change the matter, palm to shin, half lift. Exhale, fold in. If you are warmed up enough and you want to hop it to the back of the mat, absolutely. Otherwise, it's stepping. Take position. Our pose number 2. Beautiful. We'll hold this steady for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now, if you haven't done so already, please do lower the knees. Flatten the feet, chest and chin between the thumbs. For now, inhale, draws the heart through. We'll find a version of up dog, or maybe you're doing cobra. Exhale, bend the knees, pump the toes, down, facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale to plank. For me, that means I have to shimmy the feet back a bit. Knees lower, feet flatten, chest and chin between the thumbs. Inhale, draws forward, find a version of up dog. Exhale, knees rebend, toes front, hips re-lift, downward dog. Okay, one more time. Hinge to plank. Exhale, knees lower, feet flatten, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, draws the heart through and up. Exhale, rebend the knees, retuck the toes, downward facing dog. Nice. All this is reestablished, realigned, reorganized. When that feels right leg loose. So right foot between the thumbs, low. Okay. For me, I'm grabbing my block. Please place my left hand on top of the block. The left hand can go to the instep of that right foot, right arm left. We'll be done with that left knee to the mat. If that feels good. We're hold here for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now together, we're going to press into that left palm and lift up. Awkward spin. Right arm is back. Left arm is front. As we fold here for 3. Long with the digits here. One sweep, left hand high, right hand goes low. Beautiful. Breathing into this for 3. Almost there for 2. Now 1, we'll cartwheel and frame that right foot. You guessed it, right foot comes back to meet the back foot. High push up goes to low push up. You can do the pranam thing if you like. Inhale, finds up dog or cobra. We're back to the downward facing dog. Steady breath in, steady breath out. I want you to reestablish downward dog, Uttanasana Savasana, left leg rest. Breathe in. Exhale, left foot, top of the mat, lunge. Okay, building that base. I'm taking my right hand to the block, and you're taking the mat, not very much. You best with the right knee down if that feels better. Left arm at 12 o'clock, right arm at 6 o'clock as we hold for 3. Here we go for 2. Pressing in that right palm, we lift up. Right arm is forward, left arm is back. Now we exalt, right hand high, left hand low. Nice. Big sweeping motion along that right side. We'll hold for 3. We're doing that for 2. With control, formula. Foot. Yes. When quick comes back to beat the back foot. Eyes alone. Equal. Let's go. Did the challenge this down. Realign, readjust, reset. All right. Once again, right leg lifts. This time we're gonna bend that right knee and attempt to stack right hip on top of left. You know, gaze underneath that left drop hip. You might check out your right ankle. This gives a little lift. Some will have the opportunity to flip the dog. If that's part of your practice, by all means, feel free to do that as we hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now one, re-straighten that right leg. And then once again, top of the mat we go. Left foot anchors. Left arm cartwheels up and around every warrior 2. Low past warrior 1. For this practice, I'll switch so I can face the camera. So right foot is forward, left foot is back. Once again, we get to exalt. Right hand sweeps high, left hand sweeps low. Then a nice stacking of that right knee, right ankle. Guys, we'll hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Now back up to the warrior 2, please. Inhale, we're long through those fingertips. You get the slight angle. We come here regular. Right form to right thigh. I'm going to adjust this. You can really extend side angle. I'm bringing my right here to the inside that right foot. Inside the thigh. I'm going to take my block even to the next height. See if I can spin upper left wedge to the ceiling. Otherwise, forearm stays under thigh. We have some options here. If we hold for 3, breathing into for 2. Come back up to the warrior 2, please. We'll start to straighten that right leg. I can sense my left hip is into the back of the mat. Right fingers reach out. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Right shin, right ankle, perhaps to the instep of that right foot. We'll breathe into this for 3. Almost there for 2. Now I'm going to bring this left hand down. We're going to frame that right foot. Now I'm going to go ahead, broadly bring this left hand movement and sit for balancing half move. My right fingertips outside my right little toe as I lift off this left leg and find balancing half moon. An attempt to stack left hip on top of right as far as long as a great. Left hip can stay, left hand can stay on left hip, maybe it goes towards the ceiling. Options to kind of explore that. I've got some students that need influence to the heart center. It's a lot of challenge. So yeah, here we are. We'll hold for 3. Breathing into that for 2. Eventually, left foot lowers to meet the right, standing forward fold. These fingers are out of palms to shins, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Let's roll up the spine. Take your time. Place the camera, and we'll return to mountain. Everything coming back into alignment, back into homeostasis, back into ease and effortlessness. So 300-hour teacher trainer was with us last night, Rolf Gates. We're into the Yoga Sutras from Patanjali, the ancient texts that guide have been the foundation of yoga over the centuries. Talking about the steadiness. You know, the definition of yoga is this, this idea of joining, coming together, yoking, finding some ease, some continuity in the breath. So many things, so many variables come into play. I'm going to join you back at the top of the mat. Once again, sweep wide and wide. Drawing those hips towards the front of the mat. Open those beautiful hearts and then swan dive. Between the mat palm positions, kind of lift. Exhale, fold it in. However you want to find your way to downward dog. I'm going to simply walk it back. You can go and hop it back, walk it back, go through high push-up to low push-up. Choice is yours, so make it your own. We'll all eventually reconnect. Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Once that's established, left leg lifts. I'm going to bend that left knee. I'm going to attempt to stack left hip on top of right. Nice. You might flip that dog, or you're just going to stay in this version. You give that left ankle some love. Shoulders stay relatively square to the top of the mat. If the dog is flipped, let's unflip it as we re-straighten that left leg to the top of the mat we go. Low lunge. Right foot anchors. Right arm goes up and around. Warrior two on this. Nice. Okay. So, just in the body accordingly. So I don't see them more too involved over time. We got a little lean in that torso. So let's see if I can get that kind of reaching that right arm back and this left arm forward. Now we exalt. Left hand high, right hand low. Oh, yeah. We'll breathe into this for 3. Nice stacking of left knee, left ankle for 2. Nice. Now back up to the warrior 2, please. Inhale long through this fingertips, side angle. Yep. Extending side angle is bringing that left hand to the instep down to the floor. I'm going to keep my forearm on my thigh and I find the upper right rib spinning towards the ceiling. Nice. Long line of energy from that right middle finger to the outer edge of the right foot. We hold for 3. Nice. Breathing into that for 2. Nice. I'm going to come back up to that warrior 2 as I start to straighten this left leg. I can sense my right hip is heading back a little bit towards the back of the mat. Left hip is out and down, triangle pose. To the fingertips, to the shin, to the ankle, maybe to the instep of that right foot. Excuse me, left foot. Nice. Trikonasana. Hold for 3. Breath is flowing like water. Thanks, Bruce Lee and Walt Gates for that reminder for 2. Now this right hand's coming down to the instep of that left foot. All right, I'm going to bring this right foot up a bit, setting up for balancing half moon on this side. I'm going to use my block. Let's face outside my left little toes. I'm going to lift this right leg. And just stack right hip on top of left. Right hand can go to the hip. And maybe extend that right arm to the ceiling. So think about right arm at 12 o'clock. Coming on you. Chest to the beginning. Left arm at 6 o'clock, if you like. Perhaps bring the hands to the heart center. Just talked about that a moment ago. It's a lot more challenging. So choose what works for your body. For 3. Nice. Almost there for 2. All right, eventually right foot lowers. Standing forward fold. Peace fingers around arms, shins top lift. Exhale, fold it in. All right, friends, we're heel toeing those feet out towards the edges. Setting up for squats. For those who want me, I'm going to go ahead and roll my mat up. Putting my heels in my mat. On top of my mat and finding sweet. Nice. Okay. So elbows are using those, hooking those knees out wide. So I'll go ahead and face the camera so I can show you more. What I use now is this cushion to keep the heels lifted. Ideally, as the heels are stay grounded, so so I don't have to use a prop, but still at this juncture with the hips, I'm heel lifting and breathe. Right hand to the outside of the right toes, the left arm is going to lift. So we have this extension, this kind of diagonal going on. Inhale, you might shine a little brighter, but on the exhale, hands come back to the heart center. Now left fingertips out to the left toes, right arm lifts. Nice. And hands come back to the heart space. Beautiful. Now some will have what's called crow pose. Hands come down about shoulder distance. I'm up onto the tiptoes. I'm gonna let my knees land on my triceps or the base. This is the beginning arm balance. As I start to draw the gaze forward, lift the feet, and see if I can draw the navel to the spine and find the balancing quill. Big challenge, I get that. Took me years to get there, but eventually we're about to grow. We're about to, you can hang out there for just a minute if you like, but eventually we're back to not. Interlace those fingers. Let's press interlace palms to the ceiling, to the sky. Heart lifts. Nice. We'll hold for 3. Moving into that for 2. Nice. Now one hands back at the heart center. Fingertips to the earth. Hips to the sky. Little mini wide-legged forward fold. Nice. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Start to heel toe my feet into what is normal, regular forward fold position at hip distance. Roll up the spine. Back up to standing. Return to mountain. Return to mountain. Yes, all is well. Contraction normal. Go ahead and close this blind. Mountain. Okay, join you all back at the top of the mat. Nice. Inhale, sweeping up under the tiptoes, arms lift to the ceiling. And then we're going to do this. It's like we're lowering in an elevator. I'll let the arms start to lower down. Start to bend the knees as I'm drawing my hips towards my heels. We're ending up in that toe stand. We come to hear this pretty regularly. And with the heart smooth. Eventually, left elbow to right thigh. Left elbow to right thigh. And then back to center. Now it's right elbow to left thigh. Back to center. One more time. Left elbow to right thigh. A little precursor for side crow. Back to center. Other side. Nice. Back to center. All right. I'm going to use my hands to roll through the soles and the balls of my feet into both toes. Lifting the legs. I used to do that without using my hand, but it's this. My practice engages. I'm using props, and so modifications is bend the knees, or the hamstrings. Place the hand down the hips. You might shuttle around on the X. I'm going to take all 10 fingertips to the right side. See if I can ground them. And then back to center. All 10 fingertips to the left side. Back to center. To the right we go. Center. To the left. Center. One more time each side. Center. Left. Center. We'll hold here for 4. Breathing into that for 3. That's nice. Almost there for 2. That one lower all the way down. Nice. Landing comfortably in supine position. I'm reaching the arms overhead. Call this morning stretch at whatever hour of the day it is for you. Inhale, we'll shine a little brighter on the exhale. Yes, both knees drawing into the chest. Get that movement, some side to side, some front to back. Ooh. Nice. Eventually, soles of both feet on the mat, right knee fully crosses over the left. Arms come out like wings. We usually float the knees to the left. Let's float the knees to the right, shall we? In doing so, I'm going to gaze over that right and left shoulder. Some will slide that right ankle to the outside of the left knee, outside of the left thigh. The feet flexed. As long as there's no pinching, that lumbar, that low back area. Breath is flowing. Maybe reintroduce a nice steady, bold and brilliant and cleansing breath pattern. And then we just return the hips back to center. The knees will automatically follow. Uncross. You guessed it, left knee crosses over the right. Usually we flip the knees to the right. Now we're flipping knees to the left. Gazing over the right shoulder. Slide that left ankle. The feet are flexed. That left ankle slides to the outside of the right knee, right thigh. Long through those fingertips, soft through the shoulders and the throat. Let's check in with that breath cycle. Hold for 3. Just breathing into that for 2. Nice. And then the hips come back. Center, yeah. Knees follow, uncross. So we'll maybe like to shimmy down a little bit. All right, once again, right knee crosses over the left. I'm drawing my right thigh in towards my chest. For me to do this, I have to lift my shoulder blades to the back of the mat. I'll bench my left hand to my right ankle, right hand to my left ankle. And then I'm drawing my heels towards my glutes so that lower shoulder blades in the back of the hands. Like this. Some do this seated, it would be called cow face. Don't know what exactly it's called in our supine position, our lying down position. If hands to the ankles or the feet don't work, you can certainly grab shins. Here we go. Hold for 3. Breathing each step for 2. Nice. Now gently release, uncross and recross. Okay. Same principle applies. Other steps. Again, a little bit micro adjustments that work for your body. Next, we'll hold for 3. Here we go for 2. Now let that go, uncrossing. Sole of the feet to the mat. Let's go ahead and find butterfly pose. Yeah. Draw the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Index fingers and thumbs meet above the crown at triple diamond. I've got a pretty good connection of big toe mounds and the heels. Expansive across the chest, open across the heart. Releasing the hands down to the side, by the legs stay where they are. I'm going to press the outer blades of the feet and lift the hips. So we're in butterfly pose. I'm pressing into the outer blades of the feet and lifting the hips. I'll get a nice opportunity to squeeze the glutes together. Chest comes a little closer to the chin in this version of a bridge as we go for 3. Nice breathing into that for 2. Nice that one, lower back down. Okay. Maybe adjusting your butterfly for just a bit, your supine version of butterfly pose. Maintaining the balls of the feet, big toe mound and heels, and once again press into the outer blade. Lifting as high, as low as it's comfortable. Nice, we'll hold for 3. Nice, breathing into that for 2. Fire on 1, slowly lower down. Nice. All right, bring the sole of the feet back to the mat. Before we rest, it's happy baby pose. For me, again, I have to lift my shoulder blades in the back of the mat. Some will grab the shins, some will grab the ankles, some will grab the outer blades of the feet, perhaps peace fingers wrap around the big toes. So in this happy baby pose, I'm using some elbow grease to draw thighs low, soles of feet high. And then there is that opportunity to begin some side-to-side movement. If you feel like the chin's lifting to the ceiling, to the sky, lift the back of that off the mat, draw the chin towards the chest, lower the chin back to the mat, and you have a little bit of that adjustment. Nice. You might go from thigh to thigh, but eventually we come to stillness or to the middle. I'm going to lower this right hip towards my chakra as I start to straighten that left leg. I can sense my right elbows inside that right thigh to kind of open up that a bit, and then I'm going to switch. Start to straighten the right leg. Left heel draws towards root chakra. Left elbow is drawing that left feet out. And then I'm going to just begin a little movement from side to side. Straightening and bending one leg, and then the other. 4. Just take it at your own pace for 3. Breathing steady into this for 2. And then eventually on 1, we'll release. Sole the feet to the mat. And then here we go, DNR yoga folks. Let's find rest. Legs can straighten. I'm going to get myself positioned on the mat. And we take rest. Feeling the connection from the back of the heels, the calves, portions of the hamstring, certainly the glutes, portions of the spine, depending on the curvature of spine, shoulder blades, the back of the head, back of the hands, if the palms are up, palms are grounded to the mat, if the palms are down, obviously, triceps, forearms, in savasana, in rest. That rest, taking it easy. I'll mind the time. Encouraging, taking advantage of stillness, motionlessness. Except for the gentle ebb and flow, rise and fall of the core as the breath moves steadily, seamlessly, effortlessly. The suggestion, DNR yoga folks, is to make a peace sign, to bring the index fingers and the middle finger together, to bend the elbows, the pads of the fingers, peace sign, are at the temples. What we're doing is self-massage. So, peace sign, fingers together, pads, finger pads are pressing gently against my temples as I'm circulating in one direction. Self-massage in the temple region. Please reverse that circle. All right, the arms release, go down by the side, and we'll say we wiggle the toes. Yeah, give those ankles a little movement. How about if the legs have been straight, you can bend them, or if they've been bent, you can straighten them. The head can move from side to side. Eventually, we'll draw the knees back into the chest. This is our signal. We're about to conclude. But your mind is there at whatever level of intensity it feels good for you at this moment. An invitation is to float to your favorite side, right or side, and find right or left side, and find on fetal position. If that feels good, some prefer to stay on their back as a moment of renewal, posture to kind of come back to the idea of practice, synchronicity. Eventually, we'll individually and collectively press our way up to seated. And I'm going to come on to my meditation version. This is our really first. So, take a moment to get organized and situated. And pause. The palms will eventually return to the center of the chest. There it is. An acknowledgement of this ancient practice from you again. Express deep thanks to the DNR Yoga folks. Discover and Recover Yoga on March 20th, 2024. Questions, comments, feedback, always welcomed. In that traditional fashion, the way I've done for 15 years, sealing the practice with the word namaste. Please know the divine light, the teacher, and the spirit that dwells within me, indeed with a bond of gratitude and hope and mindset and mindset towards recognizing and being aware of those moments of synchronicity, bows to the divine light, the divine teacher, and the divine spirit within each of you guys. Namaste. Yes. Turn off the recording. See you guys next week.